In a time long past, there was a man named Tomy, known for his insatiable curiosity and boundless courage. One day, he embarked on a journey through a dense, emerald forest, where the trees whispered ancient secrets, and the air was thick with mystery. As Tomy ventured deeper into the forest, he stumbled upon a ghastly sight: a human skull, bleached by the sun, lying in the middle of his path. Intrigued and unafraid, Tomy knelt beside the skull and asked, "What happened to you, skull?" To his astonishment, the skull replied in a hollow, echoing voice, "I died a man's death, but you, Tomy, will die by your tongue." Startled yet fascinated, Tomy felt a chill run down his spine. Without delay, he turned and ran back to the king's palace, his heart pounding in his chest. Bursting into the grand hall, he recounted his eerie encounter to the king and his court, describing the skull that spoke of death. The king, skeptical but intrigued by Tomy's conviction, decided to investigate the matter himself. He summoned his soldiers and ordered Tomy to lead them to the forest. The company set out, following the winding path through the verdant woods, until they arrived at the spot where Tomy had found the skull. There it lay, silent and still. The king approached and demanded, "Skull, what happened to you?" But the skull remained silent. Growing impatient, the king and his soldiers repeated the question, their voices growing louder and more demanding with each attempt. Still, the skull did not respond. The king's face darkened with fury. He turned to Tomy, his eyes blazing with anger. "You have made a fool of me," he snarled. "You shall be punished for your lies." The soldiers seized Tomy and began to beat him, their blows relentless and unforgiving. Tomy, bruised and broken, could not escape their wrath. They left him there, abandoned in the forest, with only the skull for company. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows through the trees, the skull spoke once more. "You see, Tomy, I told you I died a man's death. But you will die by your tongue, just as I foretold." Tomy lay there, his life ebbing away, realizing too late the truth in the skull's words. In the silence of the forest, only the whispering trees bore witness to his tragic end. The moral of this story is a caution against speaking out. Tomy's fate was sealed by his tongue, illustrating the dangers of being too quick to speak without evidence or understanding, and the consequences of not respecting warnings or heeding advice.